Hey everybody, jmillen with Benefit Hackers. Keep things simple. That's what I want to talk about today. Keep things simple. It is much harder, I have found. Let me know what you think, but it's much harder, I've found, to make things simple than to make things complicated. It doesn't take, I've heard someone say at one point in the past, I forget who said this, I don't even know if it's legitimately true, that it takes genius to keep things simple. And if you've ever tried to simplify something and still not lose the impact of what it is you're trying to do, you know what I mean. Now, related to employee benefits and HR type issues, now is a time when there's lots of complexity. And I'm hyper aware of this because 70% of employers across the nation typically renew their benefits with a December 1 or January 1 start date. Just seems to be kind of where everyone falls, maybe because of the calendar year. But December 1 is a result of when the Affordable Care Act came out. People jumped and renewed early to not be under the requirements for another year. That's why December 1s are so big, especially with companies less than 50 employees in that range. So to keep things simple, what do I mean? So when we do a benefit summary, I'll give you an example. We have in our benefit booklets a 2-page summary, a 1 or 2-page summary at the beginning that lists out the benefits being offered. We've waffled back and forth over 18 years about whether to do this, how to do it. We've had debates like, do we need it, when you just turn the next page and then there's your medical, and then you turn the next page, there's your life insurance, and so forth. So it's been interesting for us to figure out, why do we need it? Do we still need it? Because we wanted to simplify things and take things out. So when it comes to the summary, we're still using the summary because we have found that if you only had 5 minutes as an employee to review your benefits, it would be nice to get a quick high-level overview about what that is. And so you can take that first page, maybe 2 pages, and just read a highlighted abbreviation of medical, disability, life, dental, voluntary cancer, a legal plan, etc., whatever it is you're being offered. And so that's listed there, as well as any employer-paid things that you might have, like basic life insurance, maybe some employer-paid long-term disability. But when you try to simplify that list, it becomes really difficult because how much do you take out? So this is something I struggle with, and I'm always looking to refine, because you don't want to make it so simple that people don't know what it is. Like, you don't want to just have dental insurance, which would be fine, but it kind of defeats the point a little bit. It's just like a table of contents. And that is certainly a tactic that we have thought about. You open up your benefit book of all your benefit coverages. The first page says, these are your benefits. And it says medical, dental, vision, life, disability. And you're like, okay. And it doesn't tell you a lot, but it tells you at least what's being offered. That's not bad. I kind of like the simplicity, but it doesn't say a lot. It doesn't give you the high level bullet point, the Cliff Notes version of what's available. So what we have done is taken that very simple table of contents approach and adjusted it a little bit, and under each category had maybe a sentence or 2 about what it is that makes it unique, and then, or what it is, because there's still some misunderstanding about what these benefits do. And then we have maybe 3 or 4 bullet points underneath with the things that make it different or unique to stand out. And that's what's important. It's not just, okay, dental insurance, this means you can get your teeth cleaned. Vision means you get an eye check. We try to think about what makes this piece of the benefits package attractive to the employee and their family, because their families are reading these books as well, because we have them printed for all of our meetings, and we have them in electronic format to be posted on our electronic enrollment platform that we provide complimentary, and we give it to the employer to email to remote employees. So we have it available, and what we find is a lot of spouses will review this booklet sometimes in more depth than the employee, depending on their involvement. So that's really important. So keeping things simple on this, what we call summary of benefits, is really hard, especially if you might have a number of worksite benefits that might be in there, as well as your core and ancillary benefits. Now, when I say work site, I'm traditionally talking about supplemental benefits that help offset risk with the core or ancillary coverage. So you might have supplemental disability coverage when the employer has employer paid disability because there's some limitations on tax limits. They may not have enough coverage because it's a taxable benefit, so they might want supplemental disability, accident insurance, cancer insurance, a legal plan, pet insurance. Those things are worksite benefits. Sometimes you need to get into a little more detail because people don't know what they are. Like if you say identity theft coverage, it's like, well, I think my credit card gives me that. Aren't I protected? Like, why do I need that? So you need to lay that out a little bit. So my point is that we are continually trying to keep things simple in that one area, and as well as others, to have enough information for someone to make an informed, educated decision, enough information to see the uniqueness of the plan. Because one of the things that we pride ourselves in is hacking the benefit package, really trying to make it the optimal value for the price paid. Sometimes that means a lower cost with more benefits. Sometimes that means a higher cost for better benefits. For instance, on a dental plan, we might raise the rate because the base coverage is too low and you're paying $30 a month and you should be paying $32 a month for exceptional coverage where you have average coverage. So making sure that those differences stand out without getting too simple is an ongoing battle. So my advice, if whatever you're doing, whether it's benefits or HR or consulting, whatever your field might be in sales or in marketing, you have a tendency probably to make things more complicated. And I would say try to make it more simple, easier to understand, and be ready when you try to do that. It's going to be more difficult than you think. And that's because there's genius in making things simple. So hope this is helpful. If we can ever help you, let me know. hackmybenefits.com. Talk soon.